WAOH is brought to you in part by Jumpstart Video, online at jumpstartvideo.com.
Today I get to talk with Lisa Yedidsion, and she is the owner of the Emerald Hive. Lisa, how are you today?
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's so great to have you on the show. Go ahead and just share a little bit about yourself, first of all, and then how that led you into starting the Emerald Hive.
Sure. So I went to college and I was an art major, a fashion design major, and I switched it up halfway through because I wasn't sure that it was going to be the right field for me. And
Okay.
didn't know if I was going to be like the next Fendi. I didn't think that was going to happen. So
Sure.
I went to the business route, and then after school, I went into the corporate world, and I worked for the Sirius XM, Comcast, a bunch of big corporations. And about a year and a half ago, my dad and I were just talking, and he said, "You know what? You need to get back to your art, and you need to get back to really what your roots are all about." And so we came up with this idea of the Emerald Hive, and I just kind of took it and ran with it, and eventually then quit my corporate job and been doing this ever since. So
That's amazing. I love those kind of like going for it and living the dream kind of stories, even if
Right.
it's hard, because I know it's hard.
Yeah,
too.
it's a little bit stressful sometimes, but
Yeah.
it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. So share with us a little bit more about the Emerald Hive.
Sure. So right now we have about 25 local artists from like northeastern Ohio, and then we have national artists, and then I'm sprinkled in here and there. We also have events and we have classes. So we house the artwork in an 1,800 square foot studio gallery, and there's everything in there is either for sale or on commission to be sold in a part of a package deal or a series of paintings. And so we just stay busy with them. We have artists coming in all the time, and then we collaborate with the artists, and some of the artists do classes as well. And then, like I said, we have events. We just got done doing a Revive and Thrive, a spa day at the Hive.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
fun.
that was fun. Yeah, we had about 35 women show up for that, and we're doing a bunko night here on the end of March. So
What
yeah,
is a bunko night? I don't
I
know
don't
what
know.
that
It
is.
is my partner in crime who's been helping me this past couple months. She's an intern at Kent State. She likes bunko, so it's a dice game.
Okay, it's a
So,
game.
yeah, people get pretty riled
Into
up.
it.
Yeah, so. Yeah, we're going to do that next. And then I
Wonderful.
have pop-up shops every other weekend for the most part. The next one is Dazzle and Drip, the
Okay.
jewelry pop-up shops at
Oh,
the
that's
Emerald
so
Hive. Yeah,
fun.
so
So that's going to be happening this weekend, is the
the-
Dazzle and Drip?
that's 15th and 16th.
15th and 16th.
Yes.
Okay, that's
So-
wonderful. So you kind of take what you already have, which is cool in and of itself, having all of the art, and then you're just adding all of these fun events and
yes.
pop-up shops and all kinds of things.
Right, and then I get to know other artists in the area too, and they can come in, and it's brought a lot of artists to actually become resident artists at the Hive.
Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah.
beautiful. So can you share some of the artists that are there?
Sure. So one of the first artists is George Rausch, and he's pretty well known throughout the Akron area. He's got work in Crave downtown and
Nice.
Regency Wine Bar in Fairlawn, and he's got big paintings. So
Okay.
talking like big size paintings. And we also have Scott Thomas Furniture, who brought in Don Drum Collection furniture, where she worked. Yeah, she worked with Don Drum to collaborate and incorporate Don's aluminum pieces into her furniture. So we
beautiful.
have a lot of that. Yeah, we have a lot of that. And let's see, another one would be probably Deb Shapiro and Jody Apple. And Jody Apple does tessellation work, which is very complicated lines of very distinct patterns over and over and over again to create a bigger picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I love that you have so many different styles of art too. I mean,
Yes.
the furniture art there, and then I know Deb Shapiro does she
Collages.
those collages, all the
Yes.
little magazine pieces
Yes.
that you wouldn't even know at the end that it's
Isn't it
magazines,
amazing, aren't
'cause
they?
it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And makes those into art, and so a little bit of something for everyone.
For everyone. Yeah. The complicated part of that is just making sure getting everything to sort of be cohesive.
Sure.
When you have all these different types of art and different mediums and whatnot. So that's a challenge for me, and I enjoy doing that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and since you have the art background and the business background,
Yes.
you can put that together in this
Right.
Um,
It kind of came
that
full
you
circle.
created. Yes, absolutely. So how has that experience been for you? How has it been running this business over the past year and a half?
It's had its challenges. I'm kind of a one-man band.
Right.
Obviously, I have my family and my friends to lean on. I did all the remodeling in the current space that we're in, so that took me about 3 months.
Wow.
It hadn't been occupied for 4.5 years, so it was,
Needed some help.
yeah, he needed some help, and I just decided to roll up my sleeves and learn some new things.
Good
Put
for
in
you.
flooring myself and did all the painting. So once we got through that, I was exhausted, but it was time to open. So it's been going really well. I think I've kind of tiered it out in stages so
Mhm.
that we're in stage 2 right now in my brain.
Great.
So yeah,
Wonderful.
and we have about 5 stages, and then I probably need to look forward after that. But so that's kind of how I compartment.
That's great because you could probably give yourself like specific goals for each
Right.
stage. So
For each
that's really
stage,
cool.
yeah.
So tell us, why should people come out and visit you?
Well, we're a local business, so that's important. I think in this economy, it's important to support your local business
So
here.
important.
So, and then, we support local businesses. We're a local business, and we have local businesses within us. All of the artists have their own, one-man band shop. So,
Totally.
yeah, and it's something different. It's art is always gives you a good feel. And it's very comfortable in our environment, so everyone is welcome, and there's people that have come in and say, well, can I just hang out for a couple hours?
That's awesome.
And if I don't have anything to do, I'm like, sure, but I always have something to do. So, but we create a very comfortable, warm, inviting
As it
environment.
should be, it's creative. It's
Right.
fun. It's I have a 7th grader at Miller South that does visual art,
Okay.
and she just loves to sit down and create. And
Well, you're going to need to bring her in.
And so, yes, I was just going to say that. So is this open to our kids able to come in?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. We encourage it too, because a lot of kids come in and get some inspiration. Maybe they don't know that, the art, they think of it as maybe not something they should pursue. And you can see with the children that come in with their parents, and they kind of get inspiration, and they think, okay, this is
It's something they could do.
right.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. All right. So tell us your hours.
Sure. So we're closed on Mondays, but
Okay.
Tuesday through Friday we're open 12 to 6, and then on the weekends 11 to 3. But we are open for other events, and I do schedule classes outside of those hours too. I'm pretty much always there.
So if people want to stay in touch with you or find those events, do you have social media or website?
We do. I have social media, Facebook and Instagram. It's just the Emerald _ Hive for the Instagram, and then the Emerald Hive for Facebook, and then we have a website as well, www.theemeraldhive.com.
Great.
So pretty easy.
Yeah, I will put all that information up for people so they can find it.
Thank you so much.
And of course, be able to come to some of these really fun events. The ones that you mentioned sounded like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have a Plinko. Is that what we said?
A bunko.
Bunko.
Yeah, I haven't played it myself.
Bunko fan that watches this that wants to come
absolutely.
out for that event.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you guys so much for watching. We had a great morning here on Good Morning Akron. Make sure you stay tuned. We've got more great stuff coming up next.